Hi everybody, thank you for joining me for this question answer video. My name is David. This channel is Damar's Coaching. I'm answering your guys' questions from the last video last week. Anybody that has questions, please ask me anything. Ask me to make a video about something. A lot of my videos are inspired by your guys' questions and your guys' requests, so please keep them coming. I like to recommend something every single week to you guys. Something to help your life heal from our past, have a better future, stuff like this. My recommendation, with it being at the beginning of the year, the new year, change. Something our brains resist. But the more that we are susceptible, or more that we can change things and we're open to change, the healthier we are. Okay, think about that. The more that we don't want change, the more rigid we become, the unhealthier we are. Okay? So let's not do the same exact things we did last year. There's probably some changes we really need to make, and it's by doing something different, by doing it differently. Okay? The key to life is to knowing who we are and living true to that. And if you want a cherry on top, it's meet new people and see new places, try new things. Life can't get better than that. Okay? Change, guys. Something different. Change is so good for us. Let's get into the questions, shall we? I picked out several questions, really good questions. There's no bad questions, only bad answers. Repetitive questions are very, very welcome. I think people need to hear this stuff over and over, and it's not always the same people watching the videos, okay? Before we start, I want you to please consider, if you haven't already, signing and sharing a petition I started. Stop Narcissistic Online Bullying. Actually, I think it's Stop Online. No, got it right. Stop Narcissistic Online Bullying. A big problem. And if you guys haven't been directly affected by this, just know that it's damaging our communities and society as a whole. It's definitely getting bigger and bigger with the internet. And we need to stop this for all of us. Okay? If you haven't already, please consider signing the petition and share it with someone else. Thank you. It'll be right down below. Thank you very much. First question is from, all I ask is you guys leave your locations. Please tell us where you are. I don't have a name, but I got Galaxy 98765. Happy New Year, David. I'm thrilled that 2024 is finally here too. I hope 2024 is a good year for you. Thank you. I hope it is for you too. Change. I learned so much in 2023 about BPD, which an ex-friend has, and I found out that everything I have always felt and known about my narcissistic father was confirmed, and I realized I belong to this club that has a lot of people in it. It's good, isn't that good? It felt good to me, and I know it for many others. Not that I ever felt I was the only one with a narc father. You said that you do videos about anything, so can you do a video about OCD? The checking part, and how to stop feeling like I have to do something or think something a certain number of times. Out in public, I have a fear that I am leaving something behind, so I overcheck restaurant tables, seats, the floor. It is getting worse as I get older, and it is a pain in the arse. I don't have the fear of germs type of OCD. I could lick the bottom of my shoe. And anyone that doesn't, that can't, has OCD? Just kidding. Let's see. It wouldn't bother me, but I don't do that. I'm asking because I heard that OCD stems from being abused as a child. And in my case, throughout my adult life until the day before my father died, if you can and want to, a video about the checking kind of OCD would be wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, Gwen in Washington State. Thank you, Gwen in Washington State. Gosh, I mean, they really go hand in hand. Even if you don't have the disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, anybody that's suffered from neglect in childhood has obsessive compulsive thoughts and possibly behaviors, don't we? The rumination, guys, right? Why do I just keep thinking about the ex and about the ex? Definitely stems from childhood neglect. And it's real simple. I mean, you can watch studies. I've watched studies of children, small children, 4, sitting at tables, and it's just real obvious to know who gets attention from their parents, who gets their needs met. And that's emotional attention. I'm not talking physical. It's just so unbelievably obvious to just watch a panel of children, and you put blocks in front of them, and the one who hasn't had attention growing up in childhood, didn't get their needs met, they almost can't focus on the blocks. They focus more on the adults in the room and concentrate on them and worry about them. Where the kids that have all their needs met just play with the blocks. They're fine by themselves, taking a task and concentrating and focusing. So, talk therapy. Okay, talk therapy is what heals us from this. Very, very important to understand that. Just talking to somebody, okay? Behaviors are reinforced the more we do it. Something very important to see, that every time I go and check the garage door to make sure it's down, and I come back and check and come back, I'm just reinforcing these behaviors, okay? It's like addictions. There's only true one way to quit addictions. Stop doing it. And we can get help and we can make it easier, okay? But we have to be committed, yeah? It has to be more important than leaving a garage door open. It has to be more important than a pan left on the stove. That's pretty important, isn't it? I mean, a pan on high, #1 cause of house fires. Commitment, okay? And we have to understand and see that our behaviors reinforce behaviors, don't they? And a lot of our behaviors, we are not necessarily in control of our thoughts, but behaviors do have some effect on our thoughts, doesn't it? I mean, if I walk on a cliff on the edge all the time, my brain's going to be telling me all the time I'm falling off, and then don't go there again, don't do it again. Yeah. If I stay away from the cliff, I may not get those thoughts anymore. See that? But we've got to get this out, and we're trying to, by our behaviors, talk, understand it, identify, start having mindfulness of what we're doing, even if it's one task at a time, okay? But we need therapy. That's what helps this, and especially if it's getting worse as we're getting older, stuff like this, let's get some help, okay? Definitely there's help available. This is a treatable disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, okay? Until we get into obsessive compulsive personality disorder, and it's a lot harder, okay? I hope that helps, Gwen. Let me know what you think, and good luck with that. Let's see, I think I missed a question. Nope. Next question is from Jen Burnt, 6519. If you need help getting out of a toxic relationship or healing from a narcissistic abusive one, David is amazing. He will help you hands down. He helped me so much. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you for chiming in and telling that. Thank you very much. And Martha, don't know where you're from, Martha. I guess I can say the whole name. Martha Rusinko, 5332. Something you suggested years ago that helped a lot was calming your nervous system and quitting caffeine. Yes, good memory. Guys, if we have anxiety problems, sleep problems, CPTSD, anxiety disorders, sleep disorders, because that may be what you have, you don't realize it's a disorder. Caffeine is like worst enemy, okay? What are we committed to? Having more energy in the morning or our mental health? Because I'm telling you, I mean, just sleep alone really just sets the next day, doesn't it? I mean, if I get 4 hours sleep, I'm having a bad day no matter what. I don't care. I don't care if people I love tell me they love me so much and I get gifts and I got a raise. I feel like crap. And that wears on you. And you feel bad long enough, you think you're a bad person. It causes shame, believe it or not. Okay? Caffeine can stay in your system up to 15 hours. You could be drinking a cup of coffee in the morning and it's keeping you awake at night. You don't even realize it. A good alternative someone mentioned to me a long time ago, it was a really, really good idea. And it's called Vitamin B Easy Melts. Gives you a boost of natural energy without the fall, the crash. Yeah? We can drink decaf and take some vitamin B, wake up, really don't feel like much is missing. Caffeine's the most abused drug in the world. So it's definitely available everywhere. So it's kind of a hard thing to stop. Just temporary, right? I mean, if I need better sleep, let's quit caffeine until I get better sleep, at least until I add it back into my life. Okay? Thank you, Martha. And oh, you went on to say, I said that to you. You said the hypervigilance, ruminating thoughts, fight, flight, response need to be calmed. Breathing, meditation, walking, getting out in nature are so helpful. Absolutely. I only temporarily quit caffeine though. You're so right. It keeps you awake. All of these ideas are from you. Thank you. Thank you, Martha. Again. And Rory from Ohio. Hi, Rory. This is concerning your video, When Narcissism is Pure Evil. Laura Parks mentioned the word menticide, a systematic and intentional undermining of a person's conscious mind, brainwashing. Could you please talk about this? Do you think it is going on a lot on social media platforms and the news we get? I always like when a word is new to me and hope I remember it, LOL. Don't know why this showed up twice, probably something I did. Menticide. We have other sides that I'm not allowed to say on here, right? Taking someone's life, our own, or taking someone else's life without destroying their body. It's possible. We can kill someone without killing their body. Can't we, guys? One way to do that is to take away who they are. This is who you are. Your emotional needs, what you want, how you feel, what you value in your belief system. A nasty, toxic, malignant, narcissistic person will come into your life and destroy this. Destroy this. There's a lot of different thoughts and ideas and opinions about what's going on, but the narcissist doesn't care who you are. They care what you are, okay? And I've said this before, they objectify you, literally. So imagine your microwave saying, I have a problem lately. I want to talk about this, please. You need to do more for me. And it's like, well, I went and did the research and got the best microwave, right? And I paid for it, and I paid for the electricity for it, and I just want you to cook my damn food. Just heat it up and shut up. Yeah? So I'm going to destroy that. And they'll build you a new personality, won't they? They'll tell you, no, you're not like that. You know, you're like this. I mean, imagine you're really good at painting, or just you really enjoy painting. Yeah? Imagine I take your paintings and show other people and have them laugh and humiliate you. You may not feel like painting anymore. I may tell you, I don't like your family. Your family's toxic and disgusting. They don't like me. I don't want to be around them. Well, guess what you're going to do? You're going to be around them less and less, especially if I'm a narcissist demanding all your attention. You begin to lose who we are, okay? Good term, menticide. Watch the video if you haven't already. How narcissism can be pure evil. People, even in society, we want everyone to do well, don't we? I mean, who do we just generally not want to do well? Maybe some enemy of the state? I don't know how that really helps us, our enemies, to do really bad. Just realize there's probably millions of people in those countries. We want their government to do bad, maybe not the country and the people, but we help people survive, thrive, or we kill them. We're destroying them. Okay? Just remember that when someone's in your life and says they love you. Do they support you? Do they cry with you? Do they celebrate with you? Because if they're not, they're destroying you. Menticide. Good term. Thank you, Rory. Let me know if I answered your question. Ask more, please. Betty from Northern California. Hi, Betty. I've been watching your videos for quite some time. I seem to relate to Rory a lot, so I have not really commented before. Hi, Rory. And I see Rory saw your comment. My alcoholic controlling husband passed away a few years back. I'm sorry for your loss. Congratulations to your future. After he passed, my now 52-year-old daughter is struggling with addiction and has left me with her severely autistic adult son. Recently, he and I went to a local event and ran into a group of young adults. The young men were wearing shirts with your logo on it, and the young ladies were in full costume. I was surprised to see your logo and asked if you were at this event. We started talking more and discovered that during lockdown, the boys talked about knowing you and how you all watched movies on the phone together and that you were able to interact with the kids during the movies. The chaperone explained they meant you were on the phone with her. While they watched movies you recommended remotely. Can you share the impact this group made on you? And do you have any future plans to keep doing this with these kids, as it sounded like they missed you? I was so moved by the impact you made with these kids. Thank you. Thanks for your comment. Really nice to say, Betty. It's funny because I'm not exactly sure which group of kids you're talking about. I get around. Just in the last 2-3 years, I've traveled, I think 11, 12 states. I meet lots of people and I do lots of things to help lots of people like this. I'm not exactly sure who you're talking about. I have an idea. And all I can tell you is I enjoy helping children more than anybody. There's something about a child with a malleable brain that's not so scared, that can try new things and stuff like this. And to make an impact on someone's life that early in their life is huge. Is huge. Wouldn't it be for you guys? Imagine if you didn't have to go through some of these awful, horrible experiences that we had to go through. And that's the thing. I promise. It's not just about dumb luck. Okay? It's about our childhood. And if someone could have intervened in your childhood and teach you kind of who you are and what's really important to you and how to get these things that a lot of our parents neglected to do because they didn't know. That's why they don't have it. Yeah, huge impact. Huge impact. You want to tell me any more, Betty, about this group? I have 2 ideas of who it is. Yeah. Thank you, Betty, though. Missy Helena from the Netherlands. Hello. Hi, David. Happy and healthy New Year. You too. Thank you. Does a narc have a final discard? And why do they block you after a discard? Should I block them as well? Well, Missy Helena, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Okay? People that discard us means that they're treating us like an object, like garbage. Okay? So, Helena, it doesn't matter what someone else does, and it doesn't matter what you do. All that matters is how you feel about it. So how does it feel? How does it feel being with this person in your life? How does this person make you feel? How do you feel after they discard you? How do you feel that they blocked you? All you can do is something yourself, okay? What would you tell your daughter in the same situation? What advice would you have for her? Think about that. I wrote, which side is more peaceful? We can control ourselves, I think. Oh, this is someone else's answer to the next question. It relates. Which side is better? Having this person in your life or this person not in your life? And it may feel pretty bad right now. And that's why talking can really help. Really help us see who we are and how this is affecting us and what is best for us so that we make the best decisions and choices. If someone is abusing you and mistreating you and you're considering allowing them back in your life whenever they feel like it, I would get some support, some personal, professional advice. But ask the people who care about you in your life. If there's someone who truly cares about you in your life, I would imagine they'd tell you to block them. Okay? What's important is it's your self-worth on the line. Okay? If you believe you're worthy of something better than this, of somebody healthier and treating you better, you'll do everything you can to keep them out of your life. If you don't, you won't block them. And you'll let them come back. Okay? I'd imagine you're pretty vulnerable right now. But we need to understand what we want to do. What we want, what we need, how we feel, what we value. Do you value self-respect? Show it. Does this person meet your needs? Okay? I hope that helps. Seems like you're on the line right now. Could make bad decision in your life. It's always okay to make mistakes. Making the same ones over and over again can truly destroy us. Okay? Sometimes the shame and guilt is too much. And every time we go back, those go lower and lower. Makes it harder and harder to get out. Okay? Consider hiring some support to help you. Help you understand and help you see things clear, know who you are, hold you accountable. Okay? Thank you. Good luck. To be honest, I'm sorry, from Siggy's, it's all these weird names now that they use people's like emails and stuff. Siggy's Males 6269. To be honest, I just want my inner peace back. I've been on and off with my ex-BPD, NPD for quite some time now, currently discarded again. And this was my answer. Which side is more peaceful? We can only control ourselves and we can choose our environment. Maybe some help and support will help you make a very hard choice easier. It's that addiction thing, remember? The only way to stop drinking successfully is to stop drinking. That's it, right? But we need support and help. We all need help. We all need help. This is severe, okay? We have someone abusing us like this on and off again. We can't keep making this mistake. Sometimes it gets too far, too much. Sometimes we get too old. Okay? Get help. Consider it. Big Dave from Tennessee here. Hi, Big Dave. Thanks so much for time. Thanks for so much time on your other video. You're welcome. I think you have said now you only date healthy people. Does your rule of never again apply to healthy people? I guess I'm asking because for me, when does forgiveness come into play? What if the person is worth it, but you don't know that at the time, since we all can grow and change? If you don't mind me putting you in the hot seat, you see a chick you dated and things ended because she was healing, but had more healing to do at the time. And you maybe needed that as well. Let's add she is smoking hot babe with a body to die for and sweet and tender person, has similar values, cares for other people a lot. Years later, and you two run into each other and talk and things click a little. Would you still apply your rule never again, or do you follow your gut and see where things go? I guess where I'm going with this is, even though she needed more healing, I was a DI blank K, and things I said and did don't make me very proud. Wondering where you would go with this situation. I think I got the PayPal thing worked out. Give me a day or two, but if not, I will reach out for your assistance. Good, Dave. Thank you. I'm thinking the never again. I said, I've stated things like, once we break up, it's over forever. You know, I mean that. I do. If it didn't work out a year or two ago, I don't know how it's going to work out now, except that we were healing, like you said. I get that. I don't judge people for their past. I hold them accountable for what they do today. It's a rule I have, and rules are meant to be broken, I guess, sometimes, Dave. I understand your situation. I understand the scenario that you have brought up here, the one that you're in. Yeah. Just take things super, super slow, Dave. If you take things really, really slow, you get to know who people are before you attach to them again. Okay, Dave? There's also a phenomenon where our brains see someone we know from our past and we think we can trust them. Okay? I don't know how long you've known this person. Maybe you still don't totally know who they are. The behaviors is what we can't let into our life, so maybe they've stopped these behaviors. We can only know that in time, right? You'll know who somebody is under stress. When things are great, it's not really them completely. Meaning I won't know who somebody is because I meet them on the corner and talk about the weather. But I'll know who they are when our house is on fire. You know, I'll see that they ran out and didn't help anybody. That same person on the corner out there helping, but when things get bad, they're gone. Okay? No rules, or let's say rules can be broken or meant to be broken, yeah? Just take it slow, Dave. You know, you don't have to have my rule anyway. I know a lot of people don't believe that. I know a lot of people think it's very mature to be in contact with your ex for the rest of your life. Just difference of opinion. That's all. I hope that has helped somehow. Just take it slow, Dave. Okay? And just because people are wonderful people, or especially good looking, doesn't mean that they're a match for us, right? We're not out there just looking for good people, bad people, are we? People do bad things and good things. Everybody. Everyone. So we're looking for healthy, and we want to match. They have to have our values for sure. You know, look at the last relationship, identify the problems, and watch for those problems to surface again. Okay? Thanks, Dave. And Emily Merton from South Africa. Hi, Emily. Hi, David. Do you recommend getting oxytocin? How should you ask the doctor for it? Well, I don't just recommend it to anybody. I recommend it to people whose hormone levels are low in oxytocin. Oxytocin's a hormone. And like all hormones, we need them to be where they're supposed to be. right? If we have a hormone that's really low, that's just as bad as a hormone that's really high. Something that is apparent that doctors don't seem to care about. I think they know this, but the majority of doctors, where people are asking them for oxytocin, they simply say, oh, you don't need that. If I recommend oxytocin to somebody, they almost very much need it. I don't see how I can be wrong on that. Someone has the experiences they've had, trauma, depression, stuff like this, where it lowers your oxytocin, and then I can identify the behaviors in them where they have no oxytocin. They probably need it. Their levels are probably low. I don't recommend oxytocin. I recommend going to your doctor and asking them what they think about it. If you want oxytocin and your doctor won't give it to you, find a doctor that will. And you can do that by finding your compound laboratory in your area. They want to sell it just like everything else. It's a business. And so they'll tell you a list of doctors who order it. Those doctors would be more likely to prescribe it to you. It's a mellow hormone. It's not like oxytocin. It's not a high causing disease hormone. It's the love hormone, the hug hormone. It's a little bit different for men and women. But if we have problems sleeping, we're depressed, we're anxious, and we have chronic pain and don't trust people, you're low in oxytocin. Yeah. We need a boost of that to get it started. And so I recommend it to people who are low in it, and to take plenty source of it for a little while. Not forever, just for a little while. And hopefully that starts us making oxytocin naturally. It should. Oxytocin, as your oxytocin rises, you will do behaviors, and more inclined to do behaviors which raise oxytocin. Do you see that effect? So that's how you can get it. There is a novelty item here in the States that I've only seen here in the States called Oxy Pure Nasal Spray. It has such a minimal amount of it though, but it works. Thank you, Emily. And 2 candles. Tim from Pennsylvania. Hi, Tim. Hi, David. I was wondering if you could give a brief explanation of avoidant personality. Sure. We have avoidant personality, we have avoidant attachment style, and we even have avoidant personality disorder. Okay? They all somewhat stem from the same thing. It's the care and attention we received growing up from the first people we attached to the rest of the people that we attach to and interact with, and people in public. So an avoidant personality is somebody who would avoid groups. This might have a lot to do with like social anxiety, and they may fear groups. So if it's my personality, it's somewhat pervasive. It's kind of who we are. Okay. If it's my attachment style, then definitely I didn't get hardly any care or attention as I attached to my parents. That can change, and we can change a little bit about our personality, but we can't change who we are. Someone can become less avoidant in their lifetime. You can even change your attachment style. If it comes to avoidant personality disorder, rigid, may not change, may not see that they have a problem or that the problem is them. Remember, we're talking about personality disorders. But people that are avoidant will tend to not engage with people, especially groups of people. Okay, it could be very uncomfortable for them, anxious. Fears will rise, fears of rejection, humiliation. They may only do it, when they're very confident they'll be accepted. And try to understand that everybody, almost everybody, is seeking attachment with human beings, even if it never works out well. Even if they know they have this problem, they don't want to stop. We're just too social of an animal. So lots of behaviors that can contrast each other. I mean, if I'm seeking attachment, I'm on a dating site, or I may be a little outgoing with people and ask them out, but the second they get close to me, I should push them all away and push them on. Why am I seeking attachment? So, well, there's a disorder. Okay, it's not that I don't want to. It's not that I'm planning all this. I'm not in control of my behaviors, especially my feelings and fears and thoughts. Okay, does that make sense? Maybe you could elaborate a little bit more, Tim, because you just said avoidant personality. Maybe you're talking about attachment styles or personality disorder. Anybody want to ask me any questions about all 10 personality disorders, please do. Thanks, Tim. That's it. That's all the questions this week. I hope I answered everyone's questions. If I didn't do it on here, I hope I did it in the video in the comment section. Anybody I missed, please ask again. I really appreciate it. I don't ever miss anybody's questions, never. Let me know what you think of my answers. Please have some kind of dialogue going back and forth. I can help you more and more. Maybe if I know more, maybe I misunderstood your question or you misunderstood my answer. Just please keep asking, okay? A lot of times YouTube will drop some comments, maybe a word or two in there that they didn't like. So just keep asking me again. I appreciate it, okay? And I love all your guys' examples, always in every video. Anything you guys can add is just great for the viewers. And make sure you love yourself first, guys, okay? Change, change, change.